I want to talk to you today about orders of protection. We just found out that the Supreme Court has ordered that our courts will not be able to hold in-person hearings through the end of May. I'm here with my law partner in Nashville, John Floyd Jr. of Wicker Smith. And John's going to talk to us about orders of protection and what the courts are doing in these special circumstances to handle them.
That's right, Ann. So the Tennessee Supreme Court has allowed orders of protection to continue to be heard in court, even though the coronavirus is going on, and most court appearances have been suspended until, for now at least, until June. So orders of protection have been jumping up tremendously during this time when families are quarantined together and not allowed to leave the house, or roommates or spouses, significant others, people who are dating or living together. These are the individuals that may be subject to abuse or allegations of abuse or threats of abuse. There's also potential for stalking, and these are the sorts of situations where people find themselves needing an order of protection or having to defend an order of protection, and we've done both of those here in Nashville. Some of the circumstances that would lead someone to seek an order of protection are going to be, like we mentioned, abuse, stalking, but just mere threats, and that's something people forget, or threats of abuse can be something that lead to someone looking for an order of protection. And what typically happens is the victim will go and ask the court for an ex parte order of protection, which means something done without the other person being there and without the abuser's attorney being there. That's good for about 15 days or so. Then the court's going to have a hearing, and that's where we may come in and the other attorney will come in, and the court holds a full hearing on those issues. Now, if an order of protection is granted against you, even though there's a hearing and your attorneys such as us have an opportunity to cross-examine the other side, you have to give up your firearms within 48 hours. You have to vacate the home that you own. And during this time with the coronavirus, that can cause people some serious issues, if you have to move out.
Absolutely. And it's something that if this happens to you, if you have an order of protection put down against you, you need to get an attorney right away, especially in a time like this. And the same thing, if you feel you're in a situation where you're not safe, call a lawyer right away. I think it would make everybody feel much better to know that in a time where so little is in our control and where we don't know what things are going to happen to us from day to day, if you're living in a situation with your kids or by yourself where you feel afraid of the person you're living with or someone in your worldview, then call a lawyer, because the courts are very open for these kind of situations. While they're not helping other people in certain situations, the courts have definitely made a priority.
Right, and Ann, one other thing that people need to keep in mind is that if there's a current order of protection against you, or you have one against somebody else, remember, you're still not allowed to communicate at all. And even if your spouse or significant other, the person who has the order of protection against you, wants to communicate, you can still violate that even if you're willingly and cooperatingly communicating. So we do have the opportunity to ask a court to dissolve an order of protection if there's one against you. So that's something else you can call an attorney and discuss with us about too.
Absolutely. Our offices are open. Thank you for listening. Stay safe. God bless.